Hey, it's 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night. And where else would I be? You, DJ Sets here with Little Hearts Academy and Imperfect Heroes podcast. And yes, Christmas has arrived. The season is here. And actually, I am a little dressed up because I just finished recording an episode with none other than the man himself, Santa Claus. And so that episode is going to drop on December 18th, but you really got to see it instead of just listening to it. So if you really want to see it, it is going to be up on YouTube. The channel there is Little Hearts Academy USA, and it's also going to be on Rumble, and the channel there is Imperfect Heroes. So woohoo! I had so much fun with him. He was just perfect. So we took questions from kids from all over the country. And in fact, I even had a question from one kiddo in Wales and one in Spain. So fun, fun, fun. And we're just doing a lot of great, exciting things here at Imperfect Heroes and at Little Hearts Academy. So cool stuff. Anyway, so this week, though, we are talking about this week's episode. And so the name of the episode, it's episode 127. And the name of the episode is Raising Resilient Kids Using Gratitude's Power. And my guest is Jeff Nelligan. Now, Jeff is a super cool dude. He's got 3 adult sons, and 2 of them went to the Naval Academy, and his youngest went to West Point. And the fun thing was that, let me see if I can kind of eliminate a little bit of that glare on my glasses. I've got some vision things going on, and I can't quite wear my contacts right now, so I'm stuck with glasses. Oh, life is life. Anyway, but his youngest son went to West Point, and it was there that he became friends with my nephew, Browning, and they were both on the rugby. That's where they both were on the rugby team, which actually won the national championship. And rugby's a rough game, man. Let me tell you, that no pansies on that game. And I think it's even rougher than football. You just got to be a tough guy. But anyway, and then to win the national championship is kind of fun. So Jeff has a Maori heritage. And so I don't know the names of his older boys, but his youngest son and the one that's friends with my nephew, Browning, talk about different names, but his son is Koi Koi, which is a Maori name. So all kinds of cool stuff going on there. But we were talking about how he's just he's well known in the parenting circles. And so if you just pull up Jeff Nelligan, you're going to find all kinds of stuff. He's been in a ton of magazines. He's had PBS, National NPR, no, not PBS, NPR, National Public Radio, has done a big thing on him, a report on him, and he's been on some of the like morning shows and stuff talking about parenting. But he's just really amazing when he talks about fatherhood and raising boys and talking about developing independence and confidence and security and all of this stuff. But we were talking about how gratitude actually plays a part in all of that. And so what does gratitude have to do with being confident? Well, honestly, it's an insecure person who cannot look around him and see the contributions that other people are making to their lives and helping them meet their goals, the team effort, and that they have parents who are working hard to help them and provide for them and doing some of those things and honestly helping them by not meeting their needs sometimes and letting them figure it out on their own and being able to find gratitude that I'm so glad I had a parent that let me figure it out and let me find out that I have the brains, I have the heart, I have the courage to actually manage to do some things on my own. It was an amazing conversation. And so we kind of went back and forth on some of the different things that we're able to teach our kids, like, personal conduct. And you can see I have my notes here because I don't want to miss a lot of stuff, but, I'm building that confidence and just confronting adversity instead of running away. Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, I feel terrible. Someone said a mean thing to me, right? Well, we can confront that adversity with confidence, and instead of running away from it and feeling like, oh, poor me, but saying, hey, I got the power to manage this. I got the power to do this. This isn't a big problem. I can do this. And having that um, inside them, that's something that's built inside them. And it starts, honestly, guys, when your kids are really young and when they're, learning about, even before they're walking. And when they're in that first year of life, you're starting to build those things. And it's our responsibility as parents to be doing that and to not say, oh, they're just a baby, or why are they crying all the time? And I'm just so tired and I'm overwhelmed, and I know that we can be overwhelmed sometimes, but uh, it's important for us then to have the confidence and to confront the adversity ourselves, and knowing that we have it within us, so that then we can teach it to our kids, and to look at those kindnesses and those things that are around us that we can be grateful for and say, okay, I've been married for 45 years. I know I'm old. Yep, old. But and my husband is the sweetest guy. Anybody who knows my husband knows he's just an introverted, quiet guy, and he's very sweet, but he's not very outgoing. He's not a super romantic guy. He's just a guy who's going to go out and get things done. If something needs to be done, he'll get it done. So I've been in here working all day in my little office. You can see got little Santa there. Yes, and then if you look over there, there's a light up Santa right there. And because I like to play and decorate and do things, because I've got a lot of these shirts. And so I came out, and our Christmas tree he did a fantastic job on getting the lights on the tree. I didn't ask him to do it. He just thought it needed to be done, and he did it. Now, can he make me mad? Yeah, he can make me mad. And but he does so many amazing things. So I can sit and concentrate on, that he's not romantic, and I can concentrate on that, he doesn't talk a lot. He's just a quiet guy, and I am not a quiet person, but I could concentrate on all the things. Oh, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't tell me that when I look nice or things. He's getting better about it actually lately, but he just hasn't been him. Or I can choose to be grateful, and I can look at, wow, he just did that tree. He works out in our yard looks great all the time. I mean, we just moved here in March. We've got 2 acres. We've got a huge front, and it was all sagebrush when we got here. And now he's got the front all leveled and nice. And in the spring, it's ready to seed for grass. And even without any grass and it's dirt, but it looks nice. And we have people who will stop by and say, your house looks so great. Your house looks so nice. It's like, it's all Russ. It's all him, right? He's not a big dog person. We have 2 dogs. And so I will tell my friends when we're talking, I'm like, you know why I have 2 dogs? Why do you have 2 dogs? Because Russell loves me. he puts up with them, but he knows that pets and animals are important to me, and especially when we're living out kind of alone. He's not a big talker. I need something to keep me going and keep me busy, and the animals are important to me, and so he recognizes that. I have 2 dogs. I have 3 cats too, but they're outside cats. They kill the mice. Oh, excuse me. I got a little tickle here. So when you can look around and what's going on, not only are you able to feel gratitude, but that gratitude builds those relationships. It strengthens those relationships, and it gives me strength. It gives him strength when he notices the things that I do for him, and when I notice the things my kids do for them. So I have, is it? Oh, here it is. So I have this. It's by someone. Her name is Natalie Silverstein. There. Sorry, you're getting bumped around. And she is the queen of service. She is amazing. But so it's like sounds like a day planner kind of thing, right? But it's called Simple Acts Day by Day. And so this is their planner for 24. And so she started in November. And so I've got some things I didn't get at the very beginning, but so you can see I've got some things written down on things that kindnesses that I plan to do, service acts that I plan to do, or that I just wound up doing during the day to help keep me and my mind going on, okay, how am I going to help others? But I've also chosen to write down some things. Here's another one that I've got going on. But I've also chosen to write down acts of service that have been done to me. And so that it's always on my mind. And so I'm writing down, you know, that here, that that Russ drove me all the way to Idaho Falls for my eye appointment because he knew how nervous I was about the appointment. And so he took time off from work and drove me down because I was a nervous wreck about this eye appointment. And so I decided to commemorate that in this. And so when I can look back when I'm testy, when I'm upset about him or whatever, and look at all the good things that he's done for me. We can do this for our kids. And I have other books, other joy journals, where I've written down things that my kids have done for me. And then we can do a family journal too, about when we're talking with our kids about who helped you today, who did something nice for you today. And if they can't draw, if they can't write, they're too young, but they can tell you, well, Joey shared his ball with me. He played ball with me. Great. We're going to write that down. You know, Jerry shared the ball with Johnny. Great. And then we're writing these things down, these kindnesses. And so we have a family kindness journal. But that's some of the ideas that we have that we can talk about. But if you want to get just some crazy, amazing ideas and things that you can do to build confidence in your kids and in what's going on with your son, especially because he has the 3 boys. So we really talked a lot about boys, but a lot of the stuff that he did with his kids, you can do with your girls too. But some of the stuff I was like, oh, wow, I would have never thought to do that. And yet here he was, and now he's got these boys who have grown up and they're heroes. They're just heroes. And if there's something that needs to be done, these are the boys that are going to do it. And it's interesting because my nephew's the same way. And I look at my youngest brother, and who is, you know, Browning's dad, and he's got another son, Wolfgang, and Wolf is in the military as well. And just if something needs to be done, they get up and do it. They're capable. If I am walking around and I'm carrying something, I don't ever need to ask for help when the boys are around. They're the first ones to jump up and grab something out of my hand, hold the door open, or if I'm, you know, taking something in, they take it right out of my hands and they carry it in for me. I never have to ask for help when those boys are around because they have that can-do attitude. And then they're always saying thank you to me, you know, and how much they appreciate me. And if I do anything for them, even a small thing, they notice when other people do kind things for them. And I wonder if that's just a part of strength, if that's part of them truly being a strong person. I see people who are very authoritative and bossy, and they don't appreciate other people so much, and they think they're strong. And yet the reality is they're not. They are insecure to the point that they have to be almost a bully to feed their own ego, to tell them that they are strong. And when people are truly strong, they don't need to do that. They are fine in being kind, and they are fine in being grateful, and they are fine in serving others and noticing when other people need help, or when other people have done something, and they can step up and do that service, and they can be demanding. They can sit and watch if a child is doing something. Stand by and let them figure that out. Let them work through that. That's an important thing to allow your kids to do, is to let them work that out and say, I think you've got this, but I need help. And I'm like, I think you've got this. You're so smart. You're almost there. What do you think the next step is? So now you're encouraging them. You're not giving them the answer, but you're helping them find that courage and that strength. And so if you want to hear more about this, it's just so amazing, so fun. I hope that you'll listen to the podcast. So it's Imperfect Heroes Podcast. It is episode 127 with Jeff Nelligan, Raising Resilient Kids Using Gratitude's Power. And I just thought that was a perfect thing for the holidays. And so for this holiday season, we've talked about service and gratitude a lot, because I really feel like our society needs it. We need it. We need to be noticing what's going on with others. We're so caught up with, politics and victimization and categorizing people as you're bad and you're this and you're that, without ever getting to know who they are and where they come from and what their story is. And we've got to stop that. We have to stop that. And how are we going to stop that? By looking for ways to serve and for ways to be grateful for someone that maybe we disagree with, but we can be grateful for them and their friendship and the things that they are contributing. Even if they do other things that we might not appreciate, but they're doing other things that we can appreciate. Let's look for the things that we can be grateful in one another. Let's look for ways to serve. And that's how we're going to get over this, because we got to get over it, or things are going to just completely implode. And we can't have that. It's not good for our children. That's not the world we want to leave for our kids. Stop it. Got to stop it. Okay. So this is the season to do it. And so anyway, next week we are talking about 6 keys to just take control of the chaos of the holidays. And so they're fun, they're thoughtful, and so that's what we'll be talking about next week. So go listen to this week's episode. And if you want to see what's going on, go to YouTube and to Rumble. And so again, YouTube, it's Little Hearts Academy USA. Rumble, it's just Imperfect Heroes. So until next week, let's find joy in parenting. Bye, guys.